Welcome to another episode of Food Nourish Deep Dives, the podcast of foodnourish.net, where we explore topics like health, food, supplements, and alternative approaches to health and wellness. You know, our bodies are under this constant invisible attack, right down to our very genetic code. But what if I told you that you could start fighting back with your very next meal? In this explainer, we are breaking down the real science of DNA repair and uncovering the simple, natural ways you can help your body heal itself from the inside out. Let's dive in.
19,000. Just look at that number. What do you think it represents? Well, it's the number of DNA damage hits that every single cell in your body takes every single day. That's basically an assault on your genetic code about once every 5 seconds. It's a truly staggering figure, and it's happening inside you right this very moment.
So, what exactly is this damage we're talking about? The easiest way to think about it is this. Your DNA is the master instruction manual for building and running your entire body. DNA damage is like having pages of that manual torn out, smudged with coffee, or just rewritten with a bunch of typos. And if that damage isn't fixed, your cells can't follow the instructions correctly. This is what directly speeds up aging, and, it's linked to over 200 diseases, including the big ones like Alzheimer's, diabetes, and heart disease.
Okay, so where is all this coming from? This constant daily assault on our genes. Let's take a quick look at the sources, because honestly, many of them are just an unavoidable part of modern life.
The barrage is just relentless. It's coming from the sun's UV rays every time you step outside, the pollution in the air on your morning commute, inflammatory foods in our diet, a glass of wine with dinner, and even the hormones that get released when you're stressed out. In fact, believe it or not, the very act of creating energy from the oxygen you breathe creates these DNA-damaging byproducts. It's pretty much an unavoidable consequence of just being alive. Now, I know that all sounds pretty bleak, but hang on, because here comes the really good news. Your body is not helpless. Not at all. Built right into every single one of your cells is this incredibly sophisticated set of repair mechanisms that work 24/7 to fix all this damage. So, let's meet the crew.
Your body has these amazing, specialized cleanup crews. First up, you've got the genetic spell checker, which basically zips along your DNA fixing tiny single-letter typos in your genetic code. Then there's the sunblock crew. They handle the bigger problems, like the ones caused by UV light, and they literally cut out entire damaged sections to be replaced. You've also got a proofreader that scans newly copied DNA for any errors when your cells divide. And for real catastrophic damage, like a total break in the DNA ladder, the emergency crew rushes in to glue the ends back together. And finally, you have the cap protectors. And their job is to maintain the tips of your chromosomes, which is crucial for slowing down that cellular aging clock.
So here's the most important point of this whole thing. While these repair crews are built in, how well they work depends entirely on the resources you give them. And that is where your food comes in. We can literally eat in a way that supercharges these natural repair systems. So let's build our food arsenal.
Certain fruits are absolute powerhouses when it comes to DNA protection. Human studies have shown that eating wild blueberries every day can slash oxidative DNA damage by a massive 20%. Kiwis give you this surprisingly fast boost. Citrus fruits have a compound called naringin that actually enhances repair. And the ellagic acid you find in strawberries and raspberries, it activates multiple repair pathways at the same time. Oh, and pomegranate, it can ramp up the activity of your repair enzymes by up to 30%.
And what's really incredible about that kiwi finding is the speed. The researchers were genuinely surprised to find that eating just 3 kiwis a day measurably boosted DNA repair capacity in human cells in only 24 hours. That is such a powerful example of how quickly our choices can impact our biology at the deepest level. Okay, let's move on to vegetables, specifically the cruciferous family. And this brilliantly illustrates why the details really matter. Now, we all know mature broccoli is great for you, but broccoli sprouts are on a whole other level. They contain up to 50 times more sulforaphane. That's a super potent compound that directly switches on your body's DNA repair pathways. A small handful of these sprouts on your salad packs a way bigger punch than a whole head of cooked broccoli.
And the list of helpers just keeps on going. Watercress is so effective that one study showed it reduced DNA damage in smokers by 24%. Leafy greens like spinach give you that natural folate, which is absolutely essential for repair. And here are some real pro tips for you. Just 2 Brazil nuts a day. That's it. That gives you all the selenium you need for a crucial repair enzyme. But hey, no more than that, because too much can actually be toxic. 3 cups of green tea can cut damage by another 20%. And if you're using turmeric, always add a tiny pinch of black pepper. It boosts the absorption of its active compound, curcumin, by an incredible 2,000%.
Food is the fuel, for sure, but your lifestyle habits are what create the right environment for that repair crew to do its best work. So let's look at the absolute non-negotiables for optimizing your DNA repair. Sleep. It is not optional, it's not a luxury, it is when your DNA repair crew works overtime. And as you can see from this chart, the difference is just dramatic. During deep sleep, the expression of certain repair genes can shoot up by as much as 500%. Getting less than 6 hours a night causes a measurable increase in DNA damage in just 1 week. 7 to 8 hours, that's the sweet spot for maximum repair. And what about stress? We all know it's bad, but chronic stress absolutely demolishes your DNA. But the antidote can be really simple. Research has shown that just 12 minutes of daily focused meditation can boost telomerase. That's the enzyme that rebuilds the protective caps on your chromosomes by 30% after only 2 months. Just 12 minutes.
So we've covered some incredibly powerful foods and habits, but I know some of you might be wondering how you can support your body even further. Well, if you're interested in targeted nutritional support, you might want to look at some high-quality supplements. To make it easy, we've compiled a resource for you. Just go to foodnourish.net/deals. You'll find all the wellness and supplements deals from major brands like Perpetual Life, iHerb, Source Naturals, Nootropics Depot, BioOptimizers, and more. You can get the link right in the description of this video.
Okay, we've covered a ton of information, but the key now is to bring it all together into a simple, actionable plan that you can start using right away, like today. Let's see how this all builds into a daily protocol.
See, this really doesn't have to be complicated. Here's a super simple template. In the morning, you could start your day with water, maybe with a little liquid chlorophyll in it, and then make sure you have berries and green tea with breakfast. At midday, just make it a point to toss some raw broccoli sprouts onto your lunch, salad, or sandwich. And in the evening, try to finish eating about 3 hours before you go to bed. This gives your body a break from digestion. And you could even have a little tart cherry juice to naturally boost melatonin for that all-important repair sleep.
At the end of the day, your genes are not your destiny, they are your responsibility. The science is solid, and the tools are right there in your kitchen. So the real question is, what will you do today to protect them? For a full list of all the scientific references we used in this explainer, you can find the resource article in the episode's description. If you found this useful, please like the video. It really helps us grow our channel and continue delivering these deep dives. And of course, subscribe so you never miss another episode. Thanks for being here.